Hello, today I have a little bit of a random challenge. I know I don't do much non-chimps content on this channel, but I just have some little interesting thought that came into my head. I said I'm going to, for fun, yes, for fun, beat Ravine on chimps mode without cheating. And I said that because I actually never did this. When this map came out, I used double cash and probably an insta monkey ace on top of that. So yeah, I never actually did this, and I just wanted to give it a go. So my challenge was to beat it first try, and let's see how that goes. So for the run here, I'm just going to start off with the free dart and going straight into Soda. From there, I immediately need more damage on the left side of the left thingamajigger-ish. I don't really know how to describe that. So I just get another dart. I'm going to be trying to get this guy to triple darts later so we actually can survive like those random leakers. And to do that, I get another dart so we don't end up dying. And also, I'm using the Soda ability a lot, as you notice. So we're just doing that. It's going pretty good. And these early game rounds are usually actually pretty chill. In fact, round 3 through 40, I think that's when hard starts. I don't even remember. It's because I just play chimps all the time. Those rounds, they're actually pretty easy. They're straightforward. Not that hard, to be honest. And I thought it was pretty chill. It was kind of more of the mid game that I thought was harder, which is strange. So for half cash in general, there's a bunch of reasons why people will, I guess, say it's harder than chimps, but I'm not really sure what to think about it. I have a few theories, and that's because in half cash, having all of your monkey knowledge does make it a lot easier. And people who generally don't have all the monkey knowledge probably are going to say that half cash is harder than chimps because they don't really have the monkey knowledge, and they're going to struggle a lot because of that. It's very hard in the early game if you don't have the monkey knowledge, so having all of it really does make it a lot easier. Another thing I guess that could contribute to a lot of people saying half cash being harder is because of the amount of guides and strategies that people talk about for chimps mode. Nobody really cares about half cash mode. For all I care, you could use power and not have to deal with it, and I'm totally fine with that. In fact, that's what I did. But unlike half cash, when it comes to chimps, there's a lot of emphasis and a lot of talk about strategy and what you do and how you do it. So there really isn't anybody talking about or showing how to beat half cash in general and the fundamentals of it. So I feel like people just don't really know, especially if you're relying on guides and other people's strategies to beat some maps. You're not going to really get far in half cash just because nobody's ever talking about it. So all of what I'm doing here is just based loosely on my chimps knowledge, which sometimes is useful, as you can see, sometimes isn't useful in half cash, and my basic understanding of the game, which definitely is a lot more useful. So without that, and I guess also the chimps knowledge helps a bit, you're definitely gonna find half cash a bit harder. Now there are some people that don't say this. They say the opposite. They say that chimps is harder, especially on harder maps, and I think that's true just because you're gonna, at this point you're getting to harder maps, you're gonna have the monkey knowledge, you're gonna have the knowledge, and you're probably going to be banging your head out on chimps multiple times. And now just for a spoiler for this run, in general, this took me longer than it took me to beat chimps mode, but I really think that's more or so because I've done this map on chimps so many times. So yeah, we're gonna be looking at the first attempt here. I somehow die on that. I messed the Soda ability timing up, and I could not escape. So yeah, that I guess was the first run. No, I did not beat it first try, but let's go on. Let's see how many more tries it will take. So I actually end up skipping through some stuff. I died 5 times, had to restart 5 times. I'd say one of those 5 times I was completely distracted, and another one of those 5 times I died to this weird thing. I really don't know how to describe it, but Soda hit all 4 ceramics, but one of them ended up leaking, which never happened. I'm not sure if that counts as a death. So me getting distracted, that's kind of typical. So yeah, it took 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 tries to get this done, which is less than what it would take me to do chimps, especially gold border. I could probably do that in 16 minutes, actually more like 18 minutes. But yeah, it generally for me did take a little bit longer, but you could attribute that to me being so much better at chimps and having so much experience on this map on chimps. So yeah, it's very vague. I really can't give an opinion much about half cash. But let me know what you think, I guess. And also, one thing that this bridges into is that I will at some point be making an in-depth tutorial, and I'm going to look more into it on how to beat half cash, especially without using powers. So yeah, that's coming in the future, but let's just look at the rest of this run. Again, this is going in blind. I didn't look at anything, and I never really played half cash legitimately for maybe the past 2 years, because I used double cash on all of them. I don't really care about that. So here's the second death. This is again where I was talking about the chimps knowledge. I tried doing double spiked balls, which is quite a common thing to do on chimps. That clearly did not work out well. There's a few reasons why it didn't. Mostly because normally you'd be getting the spike balls to get a footing in the early 50s, and I didn't really have a footing to get a footing, so I never got the footing in the first place. Pretty interesting. But this right here is the winning run. I decided after like 2 fails, I think right there, that was the second try before, I tried going for as early of a never miss as possible, and I died 2 times after I got never miss actually. But this time, I got never miss super early, and that gave me a big advantage. I only go for 1 spike factory this time. I don't get the second spike factory. But I'm going to be using a lot of abilities and barely making it through these rounds until I get the Master Plan Tower, which is the Golden Eagle. The Golden Eagle is going to do Golden Eagle things and Golden Eagle it up, along with some other towers, some micro, some random stuff. This is really what this strategy is based off of. So going into that, I guess you could use this as a guide if you want for Ravine half cash. Honestly, I wouldn't really recommend it. I actually looked this up. There's no up-to-date guides for Ravine half cash. So I guess if you want a guide, this is your best bet. But I'm telling you, I did a lot of micro, and I dealt with a lot of RNG to beat a few of the rounds with this strategy. Maybe if you refine it a bit more, it would work a bit better. But I'm just going to warn you there. I guess you can, because it's the only up-to-date Ravine half cash that doesn't have like nerfs in it. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit questionable at times. So just keep that in mind and enjoy the rest of this. You're going to see Golden Eagle do some great stuff because it's Golden Eagle. It can also be very derpy and kill you for absolutely no reason. So also enjoy that. But yeah, that's all for this run. Cool challenge. I'm going to be making a video on half cash soon, so watch out for that, I guess. Actually, more like soon, probably not for a while, because I still have to finish the How to Black Border Every Map series. So yeah, that's it, and enjoy your day. And if you're going to play this map on half cash, especially enjoy that. I actually found it to be very fun, but I bet you will not. So goodbye, have a nice day.